Tomb Raider was released in 1996 on the Sega Saturn, Sony PlayStation, and PC. The PS1 version is the one I'll be covering specifically, but there's really not much difference between the ports. You play as Lara Croft, an archaeologist who is on the hunt for an ancient artifact, the Scion of Atlantis. You explore various underground caves, ruins, and tombs, searching for key items to unlock doors, solve puzzles, and fight animals, other people, and eventually supernatural creatures. It's a third-person perspective, but it uses the tank control scheme where up is always forward, down is always backward, etc. So the camera isn't always directly behind Lara, although it does readjust. For example, if you're running straight and then sharply turn and continue running forward, the camera may stay to the side of you, especially when there's an enemy you're firing at. You do have limited control of the camera. You can stop and look to the distance on either side, but you can't adjust the camera's perspective manually while maneuvering. This makes it sound like the controls are broken, but it's just tank controls. They take time to get used to if you're not familiar with it. The game does throw you a bone in the combat department by auto-aiming your weapon, so all you have to worry about is positioning yourself and firing. You can't manually aim, which is a curse sometimes on top of being a blessing, because sometimes you'll have something like this bird creature flying off in the distance, and although I know I can reach it, and I can see it, and I can move the camera so it's right in front of me, if it's not in whatever the game decides as Lara's visual radius, then you won't aim. While this can be annoying at times, it doesn't happen too often, and when it does, it doesn't result in damage. Like, you won't be hit head-on by an enemy you supposedly can't see. And while the aiming is all done for you, that doesn't mean you don't have to do anything else. You'll definitely have to be fleet of foot while you shoot, especially as the game goes on and the enemies get stronger. Meanwhile, you do find weapon upgrades as well. You start off with a pair of generic pistols, but you'll find more weapons as you go, although with the stronger weapons comes limited ammo. The pistols at least have infinite ammunition, so no matter what kind of situation you're in, you're always able to defend yourself. While the combat is a big part of the game, most of the time will be spent on exploration, finding where you're supposed to go next, and what methods you need to utilize to advance. It takes a lot of patience, especially as you get further into the game, as a lot of areas are difficult to get through, either because you have to execute well-timed jumps, solve puzzles to get into locked away areas, or just simply find where you're supposed to go next, as some areas are firmly tucked away and relatively hidden. It's not the easiest thing in the world to position yourself in the right spot, especially when falling from a great height kills you. Thankfully, you get a decent amount of save areas that act as checkpoints, in the form of these blue crystals, as well as small and large health packs. The large ones fill your health completely, but the small ones help you recover a good amount as well, so both are very useful. Some of the moves you can pull off include rolling, jumping backward or to the side, and grabbing onto platforms and shimmying off to the side. Before starting the game, you can visit Lara's home, which acts as a tutorial for all these controls. The plot isn't the deepest of all time. Lara is hired to scour the earth for the Scion of Atlantis, and along the way, shit hits the fan when greedy assholes get involved. Like I said, it's not too deep, and the voice acting is pretty bad, although Lara's voice actor does just fine, and this was before the days of voice acting in video games having high quality. Plus, the cutscenes are not a real point of emphasis anyway. The story is just there to keep things interesting, and the cutscenes don't happen all that often, at least until you get toward the end. What is impressive, though, are the game's atmosphere and visuals. The animation is well done, the environments look good and have a decent amount of variety, even if you're spending most of the time in caves and underground ruins. And on top of that, the music is fantastic. It highlights the mood, whether it's suspense, danger, or triumph. And you'll even be caught off guard by something without a music cue to get you prepared for it, so the silence can be just as effective as the music. The game would launch into a bona fide franchise that not only included sequel games, but also Hollywood movies, and Lara Croft herself would become a pop culture phenomenon, and this game was where it all started. So the game starts out with a cutscene where Lara is chilling at a hotel, and this douchebag named Larson meets up with her and introduces her via Microsoft Teams or whatever to Jacqueline Natla, a wealthy businesswoman who hires Lara to find the Skion in Peru. She arrives with a guide who, after Lara opens the door, gets killed by wolves and Lara lays them to waste, and then enters. And then you start the first level, the caves. Head straight and you'll get these arrow booby traps that fire out from the sides. You can jump your way across or walk up slowly and wait for the opening before passing through. Keep going, bypass the opening up here for now, and when you get to the end of the line, climb up here using this sliding slope to get a small med pack. Then go back to the opening I mentioned earlier and climb up, and there'll be a couple bats along your way. Blast them with your pistols. Bang a left, and up against the wall on the far right, climb up and you'll find another small med pack. Then go back, follow the linear path, and you'll drop down into this passage that leads to a switch. Pull it down, and the door beside you opens. Head in, kill the bat, climb up here, and you'll come to a clearing with some bridges that connect the perimeter ledges to each other. There are 2 wolves at the ground level, shoot them from above, and use the bridges to get across. You'll come to a drop, first hop over it for a save spot, and while it's not necessary to complete the stage, you have the option to drop down where a bear will be running around, trying to kill you because you're, breaking and entering into his den. It's pretty fast, so you'll have to be quick when evading his attacks. When you take him out, enter this door at the end, kill the bats, grab the med pack in here, and step on this panel to open the door which leads you back to the bridge room. Go back to the save spot and continue on. There'll be another small med pack in the corner of the room, then drop down and enter the door and kill the wolves from overhead. Then hop onto this small ledge from across the way and you'll get a large med pack. Then slip down for a small med pack in the corner and head up these stairs for a switch that opens the door in the center. Head through, kill the wolf, and the ground will collapse underneath you. Head through the door, hop across the ledge, kill another wolf, and grab the big med pack, and flip the switch at the end. Go back, slip down into the opening you bypassed, and enter the door you just opened to finish the stage. Now onto the city of Vilcamba. Right off the bat, you've got 4 wolves. Take them out, head down this hallway, and head through this door, and you'll come to a pool of water in the middle. And also a fucking bear pops out. Use the water as a barrier between you and him as you shoot it. Head into this little cubby where he comes out from, and hop up here for a small med pack. Then jump into the water, swim through, bang a right, and swim to the far corner here for a lever you can pull. It might be a little tricky to get yourself lined up in the correct spot, but you'll be able to open up a door we'll go through later. Now go to the corner behind the lever, pull on this lever, and a door will open above you. Swim up into a room with a small med pack, swim back, continue straight where you originally took the turn, and you'll pop out in a small room where there'll be some magnum clips and a tiny med pack. Now go back in the water to the area where you pulled the lever, hit the switch to open this door, hop across into the window, and quickly jump across the collapsing floor to get the big med pack in the nook. Drop down, line up with this concrete block with the handles, and push it forward. You'll need to use the D-pad along with the action button to activate this maneuver, and remember you can pull these blocks backward too if you need to reposition. Once you're in the next room, head through to this room where you'll find the silver key, and in this nook you'll get the gold idol. Then go back and use the concrete block to give yourself a boost up here, kill the bats, and hit up the save spot. Pick up the large med pack, head through this window, kill the bats, and drop down here. Head around the bend here, and there's a wolf in this nook. Kill it and grab the small medicine, then head back into this door you can unlock using the silver key. Head through and there's a pack of wolves you'll need to kill, but at least the area is open here for you to maneuver. There are 3 doors, but you can only enter the left one for now. Go inside, head up the stairs, and scale your way across these platforms. You'll head up this roundabout to the platforms up here, kill the bats along your way, and when you get in this room, grab the small meds and hit the switch which opens the door on the right side. Slip down these ledges for some shotgun shells and a small med on the next ledge, and slip down again and you're in front of the doors again. Head through the newly opened right door and you'll do some more platform jumping. Head over this way and scale your way straight up. You'll get to another room with a switch, hit it to open the center door, grab the save diamond, and slip off onto the narrow ledge here to ease your way down to the doors, and enter the center door you just opened. There'll be 3 pendulums. Wait for them to pass by and give you an opening before you pass through. Hit the switch and you'll drop into the water. Swim through, enter this narrow gap, and you'll surface into a room that leads to a switch you can hit to open up this gate. Pass through the opening in the wall and there'll be a bear down below where the gate is. Drop down and use the water as a barricade again to keep your distance and kill him. Use the gold idol at the gate to open it up and pass through to finish the stage. Next, you're in the Lost Valley. At the beginning, there's a fork. Head left first and get to the edge of the water where you'll want to hop across to the other side, then continue on and do the same when you get as far as you can. If you fall into the water, the current will take you and toss you over a waterfall to the right of the fork, and you'll have to come back. Keep this stagger method thing going to get to the other side of the stream, and you'll get to a bridge with a save spot on it. You'll reach a switch that turns these gears, but it doesn't do anything because there are 3 gears missing. Slip off the edge here and hop across to the other side where you'll find a shotgun next to these human remains. There is a passage down here in the gap between the platforms, but it leads to a dead end, kinda. There's a big gap in the ceiling at the end, but you can't do anything with that yet. Instead, backtrack to the fork at the beginning of the stage and head right. Slip down the rocks and shoot the wolves at the foot of the waterfall I mentioned earlier and make your way through this gap. There'll be several wolves as you follow the linear path. It's tough to tell by looking around, but this flat wall here is climbable and leads to a passage. Grab the big meds, slip down here, and get your guns out cause you'll meet up with the raptors who aren't as fast as the bears, but they're still quick and they come in pairs sometimes. Plus they take more damage than the wolves. Thankfully you have some open area to move, but don't use the shotgun just yet, cause right after you deal with them, you've got a motherfucking T-Rex. Now bust out the shotgun, move your ass, keep as much distance as you can, and bump his guts full of lead. When you finally take him down, head through this passage where you'll find another raptor. This time you're in a tighter space, so hop backwards if you need to as you shoot. You'll get to a waterfall, climb up the rocks alongside it to get the gear, slip back down carefully, and hop in the water to swim back out into the open area you came from. Hop into this rock for some shells, and then use this slopey rock to scale your way up here where you can shimmy to the side and climb up over the falls for some more shells. Then slip back down, press on forward, and when you see this hut in the far end, climb up onto this rock to the side of it, and leap across these platforms to get on the roof of it for a large med, magnum clips, Uzi clips, and shells. Go up the stairs to get to the door underneath the hut, get the memory card diamond, hop into the water, and swim to the right side until you get to a dead end. But there'll be a gear on the floor, pick it up. Head back, and on your way, use this platform to get you into this area which leads to a game save station, and the broken bridge you passed when battling the T-Rex. Run to the edge to give yourself as big of a leap as you can to grab onto the other side, and you'll get the 3rd and final gear. Now climb back up here to get back to where you came from, go all the way back to where the gears are, put them in each of the 3 spots, and hit the switch. This opens up the floodgate, letting the water flow through the gap near the shotgun corpse guy. First slip back so you can grab this platform and shimmy to the side where you'll find a big first aid kit. Then jump into the water and swim through the floodgate area where the shotgun corpse was, and swim through to the dead end I mentioned earlier. This time you can swim up through the gap in the ceiling and it'll lead you to 2 cases of shotgun shells and a small medical pack. Follow it down to the waterfall where the wolves were, slip into this passage that the waterfall was blocking earlier, and the stage is over. Next up is the Tomb of Qualupec. You'll start in a tight passage that leads to a small room with doors in the front and side. The side door is gated, so go up the one up front. A giant boulder will come rolling at you Indiana Jones style. Get back quickly and it'll roll through the wall on the other side. You still can't do anything in this area. You'll just get a locked gate, but it will come into play later. First, hit the switch here to open up a secret passage behind you, which also lets 2 raptors out. Turn and shoot them quick. Then you'll get a similar looking room on the other side of this, with doors on all 3 sides, plus a blue save diamond in the middle. You'll need to hit a switch in each of these 3 rooms. It doesn't matter the order you choose. On the left door, you'll find a switch, but all it does is move this platform in the next room over to the side. Don't do it yet, but remember it for later. Slip off the edge into the room I just mentioned, walk into this door to go up the stairs to the platform on the opposite side you came in, turn to jump and climb up into this gap, follow the linear path, and you'll end up slipping down to the platform that the switch moves. The reason you didn't want to hit that switch earlier is because you wouldn't be able to reach this gap over here if you moved the platform. So hit the other switch that this path leads to, and it moves the other platform. Now slip down to the floor and climb back up through this gap to the first switch you bypassed earlier and push it this time. Now the platforms are close enough that you can reach them, starting with the one you just came from and jump to the opposite corner that you couldn't reach before. Smack that switch and it opens up the first gate. In the center door, you'll come to a switch where the ground will break underneath you before you can do anything with it, and you'll end up in a room with a few wolves. Shoot them down and walk up this ramp to the brown block you can pull out. You don't have enough room to keep pulling, so push it off from the side. Head through and you'll find a small medical pack in the gap here. Keep climbing, you'll get another small med pack, and the switch to the second gate is just ahead. Slip down through this gap and it'll lead you back to the main room. Take the right door and it seems like you've hit a dead end, but you can push this brown block, which reveals another brown block on the left. Push that one too and you'll see the switch on the other side. When you run across, you'll cause the breakable floor underneath to, well, break. Hitting the switch will open up the last gate, so go back. But make sure to jump over the floor that opened up. There are spikes, which are insta-death. Now go back to the door in the first room where the gates opened, and be ready to blast a raptor that was hiding behind the gate. Head through the formerly gated room, and there'll be some arrow booby traps. Be mindful of them as you pass through, and you'll come to the room with the blocked gate from earlier. And you'll find a piece of the ski on, and the ceiling starts collapsing. Now you can exit through the gate that was locked. Head back down and go through the door you originally came in where the boulder rolled through. Just watch out for the ceiling that collapses on the left side. You'll get to a safe point, and right after is a pool of water, with that asshole Larson shooting at you. Before you take him on, get underwater and swim through the gap here where you'll find some magnum clips and a large med pack. Go back, climb out, and start firing. He'll just spam attack, so try to be fleet of foot as you fire, and when he turns around to retreat and reposition, spam attack the shit out of him. After dealing enough damage, you'll get a cutscene where you confront him, and he reveals that Natla hired some other asshole named Pierre to get the other pieces of the artifact. He tries to go for the gun, but Laura knocks his ass out. She then infiltrates Natla's office, rummages through her shit, and after enough snooping, deduces that this Pierre bugger is off to Greece in a structure called St. Francis Folly, which is the next stage. When you first walk in, you'll be greeted by 2 lions. They're fast and take a decent amount of damage, so give yourself some distance, back away if need be, and fire away. On the right side of the room is one of these concrete blocks. Pull it back to the panel with the Omega symbol, which will allow the door up top to be unlocked with a switch that you'll need to pull in a little bit. Then push it forward 2 more spaces onto the other panel to unlock the door on the ground level. Go into said door, it's up ahead, and be ready because you've got 3 gorillas, and the door you entered closes up behind you, so you're trapped with these guys. They're quick and can climb, so use the shotgun on them if you can, and dash away quickly to give yourself some distance if you have to. After taking them out, pull the switch up front, which unlocks that door from a minute ago, and then up the stairs on the right side from the door is another switch, which opens up the door that closed up behind you. Leave the room, and now you've got that prick Pierre shooting at you. Use the pillars for cover, and jump out and fire. Stay on the run and spam him when he's retreating. He'll end up escaping, so now just go about your business. You're going to want to go up to the next floor, but there are no stairs, so you have to climb and jump across these pillars. Use the concrete block to get up on this one, and then to the one on the left of it to reach this platform against the wall here. Use the slopes by sliding back and doing a backflip into a quick jump as a means of getting up here. Then do the same shit to get up here for a large medical pack and a pocket full of shells. Go back to the first pillar you climbed and then shift over to this one for another big medicine pack. Then jump to the wall platform across the way and jump across the gaps to get to the door on the other side. It'll lead to a long slide down into the water along with a fucking crocodile. Keep swimming to evade its attacks. You can't shoot it underwater, so keep going until you reach the first surfaceable area, which is a small room with some shells. Go back in and keep swimming until you get to the next area you can surface and hit the switch on the wall. Go back down and you'll see that the water has been drained. Kill the croc, then head into this passage which leads you to a save diamond and a massive room that's basically a vertical labyrinth, because it's a huge fucking drop, and you'll lose health or die if you take a fall in the wrong spot. When you first walk out, jump across to the platform in the middle. There'll be bats flying around in various spots in this room. Keep your ears peeled and blast them when they show up. You'll notice a door on the left side labeled Neptune. You can't go in it yet. You have to unlock it with switches. So for now, slip down here and hit this switch, which unlocks the Thor room. There are 4 of these doors in the room total. Then carefully slip down again for a switch to the Damocles room. And there's also a memory save spot here, in case you want to utilize that. But I'd save these as checkpoints between each of the rooms. Before you do anything else, hop across to this ledge for a small med pack, then hop back across and then across another gap up here, slip down to these stairs, hop over the gap, and then a long jump across to the center. Grab the save spot, and from here you can get to the Thor door. When you get inside, there's a massive Mr. Wizard ball in the ceiling that spits electricity at you. To get through this part unscathed, walk along the back of the wall on the right side, line yourself up here just on the side of the panel, and take a long ass leap through the gap in the wall. You'll end up in an open room with a panel in the middle and a massive hammer against the wall. Standing on the panel will lure the hammer to come down, but it'll stop in its tracks if you get off too soon. Stay on it for just a couple seconds and get off so it smashes down and spits a concrete block onto the floor. Push it toward the ledge you can't normally reach, so you can use it as a boost to get up. Then push this block over so you can get up onto this platform, which enables you to reach this ledge. And you'll enter this room where you'll get the Thor key. Make your way back out, careful to avoid the electricity, and back out into the main room. Go back to where you just hit up the save diamond and slip down this gap where you'll get another save diamond and a switch that opens up the Neptune door. Before you bother with that, hop across this ledge where you can pick up some magnum clips. Go back to the ledge you jumped from and slip down this gap along the perimeter to get to the ground level. There's a door down here with 4 locks. You'll need a key from each of the rooms to unlock it. But the reason you're down here is to hit this switch which unlocks the Atlas room. So now go back up the way you came to where the Neptune switch was and hop across the gap which leads to the Damocles room. But before you enter, jump up onto the roof of it to get a large med pack. Then head inside the Damocles room, and if you look up, you'll see swords hanging above. If you walk underneath one, it'll drop down on you, so use a path clear of swords to get through. It's not a big room. You'll come to a small room with the Damocles key. Take it, climb up above for a small med pack and some shells, and head back, once again avoiding the swords. This time they'll come down just from you being within reach of the swords. Now go back and scale your way back up the labyrinth, and you can either go into the Atlas room first on your way up, or go all the way up to Neptune first and then take Atlas on your way down, whichever works for you. I don't give a shit. In the Atlas room, when you get in, you'll run into a gorilla in this narrow room. Waste him and walk on the panel to open up the gate, which will close behind you. Head up the slope where a boulder awaits you at the top. Once you start heading up, it predictably starts rolling towards you. Quickly run down the slope and hug the wall on the drop at the bottom so it rolls past you and lands on the panel to open the gate back up. But first, grab the small med pack near the boulder, head up the slope where the boulder came from, and jump up in this spot to climb up, and it'll lead you this way to the Atlas key. Now go back where you came from to get out into the main room. In the Neptune room, dive into the water, and you'll swim down a long passage. Take a left into this gap and pull this lever, which will open up a door that you can access when you go back and continue past the gap you just entered. You'll get the Neptune key. Now swim back up the long passage and back out into the main room. When you get back near the bottom, you'll get some lions running around waiting to pounce on you. Shoot them from up here, reposition yourself if need be, and waste them. It may take a little longer than taking them head on, but you don't need to risk anything. Once they're dead, you'll also have that prick Pierre back for another round. Shoot him from up here, or drop down and take cover from a wall if you can, but either way, you can't kill him yet. He'll escape once again. Now at the ground floor, head to these 4 locks and insert each of the keys in. From left to right, it's Neptune, Atlas, Damocles, and Thor. The barriers will release with each lock, and the door will open, leading you to the next stage, the Colosseum. At the beginning, kill the crocodile from above the surface and then jump in and swim across the way. When you pop out, take out the lion, scale up this rock to get to the ledge, and walk the perimeter around to the front, picking up a large health kit at the end. Now go back and use this bump to get up this gap to the next floor, walk along the perimeter, and jump across to this rock. Slide down, and from here you'll want to take a running jump across this way for some hidden shells. Go back, slip into this gap, and there'll be a pair of crocodiles in this small pit. Kill them from above. Use this ledge on the side to shimmy your way across, and slip up into this gap along the way for some more hidden shells. When you get to the other side, head through this hallway where you'll emerge in the Colosseum. Stay up in the stands and shoot down the lions and the gorilla from above, but also be on the lookout for Pierre. Stay back and shoot him until he runs off before focusing on the animals in the arena. Once it's clear, slip down and head in this direction, which will trigger another gorilla to appear from beyond the rocks. Take it out, head this way, kill the lions, and hit the switch, which opens up a gate beyond where you just killed the last gorilla, and then hit this switch to open the gate in front of you, which leads to a save diamond. You'll come back out into the Colosseum, and you'll see that the gate you opened released a couple lions. Take them out, and head through the gate you just opened. There'll be 2 locked cages on the left. Head right, and standing on this block will temporarily open them. So quickly head into the left room to hit the switch, and then book it to the other room to hit the switch in here, which opens up a door right outside. Pick up the small med kit and hop on this panel to open up the cage and head through the door you just opened. Hit up the save diamond and scale up the rocks, which brings you out into another area of the Colosseum you couldn't reach earlier. Head back this way for some shells on the ground and leap across the way here to get onto this platform. Jump across to get up here, kill the gorillas, use the save diamond, head this way and pull out the block to get a small med kit and a switch that opens up a door. Head back out into the Colosseum, go this way and climb this rock which leads to the door you just opened. Kill the bats along the way. A cage will drop behind you, don't worry about that. Even as a massive boulder comes rolling towards you, just hop into this pit against the wall and it'll roll on past you. Climb up and continue on, hit the switch which opens up another door. Continue on and you'll end up back in the Colosseum, and this prick will show up again. Blast him to make him go away again, and the lion will pop out. I guess the door you unlocked released him too. After taking him out, head straight and it'll lead to the door you just opened. Kill the bats nearby, same as last time. In here, you'll trigger a door to temporarily open up top by standing by this pillar, but it'll close within only a few seconds, so you have to quickly get up here, and the only way to do so is by jumping from platform to platform immediately. So from here, jump straight, right, backward, left, and then forward to get into this room in time. If you don't make it, drop down and trigger the door open again and try once more. In this secret room, you'll get 2 large med kits, Uzi clips, and the fucking Magnum guns, yes. When you exit, hop across to this platform to pull the switch, which opens up another door. When you exit, head left, and in here you can climb up through the door you just opened. Hit the switch, which opens up a door. Hop in the water and swim to the other side where you'll pick up a small med kit. Push the concrete block to get across to the next room, and then pull it away from the wall so you can pick up the rusty key. Now go back out to the Coliseum, head left, and a couple gorillas will have emerged from the door you unlocked. Take them out, and head back through the passages to the rocky area of the Coliseum, and head back up into this room with the locked cage. First head into this door you opened up for small med kit, and use the rusty key to unlock the rusty cage. Hop into the water and swim forward, keeping an eye out for the crocodile. Head up the first surfaceable area and hit the switch, which opens up a cage which otherwise prevents you from moving on. Hop back into the water and swim through the opened cage, and the stage is over. Now on to Palace Midas. Get out of the water and head around this way where a crocodile will appear. Take him out and head down this path. Way off to the right down this alley is a gorilla guarding some Magnum clips. Wipe him out and grab them. Head back down the opposite side you came in and be ready to shoot down the lions that pounce from around the bend. Bang a right, take out the bats, and grab the small med kit. Go back out and through the door you came in and up the stairs where you'll come to an open room with 3 gorillas. Take them out and head up here to scale across these platforms, where you'll want to jump across to this spot for a large med kit and some Magnum clips. Go back and scale across the blocky platforms to get up on the roof here. There are 5 switches up here. Having them all in specific combinations will open up different doors in the room, each one with a small area. The symbols above each door give you the clue of what combination you'll need to open it, with the symbols facing up indicating that the switch goes up, and the ones facing down means down, and it goes from left to right. Now, it doesn't matter what order you pursue these rooms. I'll show each of them, and you can do it in whatever order you want. Pushing just the first switch on the far left will open up one of the doors. After hitting it, slip down the gap and hit the switch, which opens up the cage at the bottom, so you can now go in and out of here without having to scale the blocky platforms. Head back here for the newly opened door, which has a save diamond right away. These platforms have flames firing out of them, and when you cross the first one, they all go out, but only temporarily. They'll all come back at once after a short period of time, so you have to quickly jump across them to the other side. If you run out of time and the flames return, bail out. Just drop into the water and swim back as fast as you can while avoiding the rats, and start again. You barely have enough time to get all the way across, so any missteps and you're fucked. Once you make it, grab this lead bar, hit up the save diamond, and shoot these rats from above before jumping in and swimming back. For the next door, push the switches on the far right and the center both down, and the opened door will release a gorilla into the room. Kill it from above and head this way into this room that you just opened. Pull out the concrete block, hit the switch behind it, and follow the path behind it to get back into the main room, which is now housed with a bunch of protruding platforms you can reach from up here. Hop across these platforms to get into this room, and be ready to blast the gorilla once you land in this nook. Grab the lead bar, slip down, making sure to avoid the spikes, and head back into the main switch room. And for the final door, you want the center and second one from the right switched down. Head down and go through this door. You'll pass through a wide open room. Keep going and it'll lead to a block you can pull out of the wall that makes a hell of a fucking racket. When you go back to the wide open room, you'll see that it released a shitload of sand all over the floor, creating hills that you can climb. Use this hill to get up onto this platform, and jump across this way to get into this gap, and you'll get to a save diamond. Don't drop down, or you'll fall to your death. Jump across, kill the gorillas on land and the crocs in the water. Then head this way through the water to a small area where you can climb up these rocks and jump across to get to a small med pack. Then swim back to where you came, slip down here for a small med pack, drop down, kill the gorilla, and grab the small med pack in this nook. Jump across the way here, kill the gorilla, and jump across here for a big med pack. Then slip down and shimmy your way across and drop down once you're over the platform. Kill the bats, hop across here, and follow the linear path until you get up here. Grab the large med kit, and don't stay on any of these platforms for too long. They'll collapse underneath you. Keep pressing on, and you'll end up on this ledge where a lion comes dashing out at you. Fire away before he can make it around the corner and get to you. Keep following the linear path, and there'll be some gorillas from below this spot. Kill them from above, hop over to this ledge, kill the croc from above, and then hop in and swim across. When you emerge, head over here, grab the lead bar and the save diamond, and then kill the lion and gorillas from up here before you slip down. Grab the med kit, head through the door, get the next save spot, and hit the switch to open the door. Head in, and you'll come out from behind the wall around the area in the beginning of the stage. You'll be greeted by some gorillas while you're in here, unless you killed them through the bars earlier. Then head back out and go through this door, kill the gorillas in here, and then sneak into this area for a hidden switch, which opens up the cage in this room. It leads to this hydraulic spiked booby trap. If you get caught by either of these contraptions, you're dead immediately, and there's not a lot of wiggle room at all. To make matters worse, the ground in between the two devices collapses underneath you, so you can't stop in between for very long at all. You can slip between them and immediately jump through the next opening, but you have to be really precise with the timing. Plus, you have to make your way back, and without the floor there anymore, you'll need a different technique, the swan dive. Hold R1 as you jump to perform this, and again, you're going to want to time it right. You're rewarded with magnum bullets, shotgun shells, and a small med pack, so if you don't trust yourself to make this work without dying, don't bother, it's not a necessity. Either way, head through here and jump up to climb up onto this platform, grab the large med kit, and head this way into the massive Midas statue room. If you climb onto this broken hand, you'll turn to gold and die. Remember, this thing has the Midas touch. So instead, use the rusty bars on it to turn them each to gold, climb up here for a save diamond, and then climb back up and out to head back to the switch room. Turn the switches so the three middle ones are up, and the far left and far right are both down. This will open up the door over here, head inside, and be ready to kill the lion. Head up the stairs to a save diamond and some shells, go back and continue on, and use the gold bars in these indentations to open up the door that ends the stage. Now we're on to the cistern. Drop down here and shoot down the rat, then push this concrete block forward to free up the space to get into the next room. Push the block against the wall here so you can access the switch that opens up the door, releasing a couple rats. Kill them from up here and head into the door for a large med kit. The switch also opened up a door in the floor. Drop down it and you'll enter the large area that leads to the cistern. Kill the crocodiles and the rats from up here, hop across this platform, kill the rat, and use this ledge to shimmy your way across, leading you to some shells. Now climb up onto this ledge which leads to a rusty key, drop back down where you killed the rat and back to where you started, and leap across the way here for a door you can unlock with the rusty key. Kill the gorillas in this room, then climb up onto this platform and scale your way across to a big first aid kit. Jump across the way here, and you'll end up in another room. Slide your way down to the ground level where there'll be a few crocodiles. Kill them, head down this hallway, take out the rat, grab the large med kit, and go back to where you killed the crocs, and hop up here for a save diamond. Scale your way up these platforms and launch yourself across to this ledge where the switch will unlock the nearby door. Head inside, kill the rats from above, and jump ahead into the drop so you don't land in the spikes. There'll be some more rats when you drop into this room. Kill them and scale your way up these platforms and launch yourself across until you get to this switch that unlocks the door on the ground level. Go back down, kill the rats that this door just released, and enter it for the golden key. Jump into the water, swim out through the gap, and you'll end up out in the cistern area. But before you surface, swim into this tiny gap in the wall to the right where you came out from, and it'll lead to some hidden magnum clips. Swim back out to the cistern and resurface to the main room. Scale your way up the platforms to a save diamond and leap your way across into this room where that prick will be back. Shoot him, but be careful how you maneuver. You don't want to fall into the drink where the rats are hanging out. After getting him off your back, climb up these platforms for a small med kit, and then up against the wall here, you can climb up here and leap across the gap for a hidden area with some shells. Do a double jump to get across here for the second box of shells. Slip down here to slide back to the room you just came from, and leap across these platforms on the opposite side for a large med kit and some more shells. Slip down and kill the rats from up here, and hit the switch which changes the water level out in the cistern. Hop in the water, swim through the gap, and surface out in the main room. Just do it quickly to avoid the rat. Hop up here, shoot the rat, climb up here where you'll have to jump across a couple platforms to pick up the rusty key. Head into this gap, kill the rats from above, and slip down to shimmy your way across the wall where you can slip down safely. Head this way and you'll come to a save diamond, get it, and swim across the way here to the door you can unlock with the rusty key. Swim down and through this way, bang a right and up into this gap where you'll find the small med kit and the golden key. Swim back out and bang a left through this gap in the wall which will lead to a room you can surface in. Kill the rats in here, grab the large and small med kits, and a save diamond. Slip back into the water and pull this lever which will unlock a door in the room leading back out into the main cistern room. Grab the silver key on your way, swim up to this platform, but before going through the door, push this block in to get a hidden room with 2 piles of magnum bullets and a large med kit. Go back out and unlock the next 2 doors with the silver keys. Hop up onto this platform for a save diamond, scale up to this platform and launch yourself across where a gorilla will pop out of nowhere. Blow his brains out with the shotgun, unlock the door with the golden key, and murder the lion that comes out from the other side. Now in this room, some of these tiles in the floors will collapse underneath you, and they're littered with spikes below that'll kill you. But this one in particular doesn't have spikes. You can safely land and pick up a small med kit. Back up in the main room, hit the switch and climb up here because there'll be 4 lions that'll come out from the door you just opened. Kill them all from up here and slip down to pull out this block and drag it into the room you just opened so you can use it to climb up here for some magnum bullets and a large med kit. Slip back down and head into the area where you pulled the block from, where you'll drop into a deep pit into the water which ends the stage. The Tomb of Tyhoken starts off with your plummet into the water. Swim through the narrow passage as far as you can go, drop down the gap and pull the lever against the wall which lowers the water level. So when you come back up and climb up here, you can push this switch because if you swim up here normally, you can't. The switch opens up a door out here where a crocodile is hanging out. Take him down, climb up here, and scale across these platforms where you can climb up into this nook for a switch, which raises the water level back up. Slip down, swim into this little gap for a small med kit, and climb up into this gap that'll lead to another swim zone. Head straight down, pull the switch which lowers the water level back down, and swim back up and through this passage where you'll surface in this little room. Kill the rat, pull out this concrete block so you can scale your way up here, jump from this platform into the gap, and be ready for a gun duel with this dickhead. Give him quick shotgun blasts to get him to run off quickly, because this is such a tight area, you won't be able to move much. Continue down the hallway and pass through this death trap when the doors are opening back up. Kill the crocodile when you get down here, and grab the shells and magnum bullets on the floor. Then hop on these panels on the floor. You can just make out the difference between them and the rest of the floor, and it'll open up a secret passage where you can spring your way up these platforms for a large med kit and shells. Then go back to where you came out into the open room, scale across these platforms for some shells, then hop over here hugging the wall to get to a save diamond. Now hop back across the other way, just watch out for the pendulum, and when you get to the end of the ledge, slip down to grab a hold so you can shimmy off to the other side. Climb up, hit the switch to bring the water level back up, and jump off into the water. Swim to this gap and climb up, kill the rat, and hop into the water on the other side. Swim through the linear path and you'll pop out here with a lion that comes out at you. Shoot it down, head around the bend here for a switch that opens up a door. Head back and go up the stairs to the save diamond and kill these two gorillas from down below. Leap across to the ledge you can grab onto, shimmy across and pull up through the door you just unlocked for a large med kit and a gold key. Now go back down, and behind the save diamond is a lock that you can unlock with the gold key, which raises the platforms in the water behind you, which you'll need to access the door on the other side. Grab the small first aid kit, head this way, and you're in a large room with several locked doors. Push this concrete block between the pillars forward a couple spaces to lock it into a panel that opens up the door back here, which also releases a gorilla. Kill it and enter. Grab the magnum bullets and shells, then go back and push the block across 2 spaces onto this panel, which opens up this door. Run across quickly to trigger the rolling boulders from either side, and grab the small med kit on the floor and the rusty key in the nook. Go back, push the concrete block forward 2 spots, and you'll open up this room, unleashing 4 rats. Keep your distance, wipe them out, and head inside for a small med kit. Then go back and push the block across to the last panel you haven't used yet, and enter this room that it unlocks, kill the gorilla, and grab the shells. Now use the block right where it already is to get up here. Carefully time your pass through the death trap when the opening presents itself, and grab the large med kit and rusty key. Now go back out to the door with 2 locks and use the rusty keys on each. Get the save diamond, slide down the rock where you'll land in the water and a crocodile comes after you. Swim through to this platform that's low enough to climb up on and kill the croc from up here because you're going to go back in the water again in a bit. Head through here, climb up, and hop into this corner and climb up for a switch that opens up a door under the water. Hop into the water down below here, head through this passage, and follow the linear path through the door you just unlocked, and you'll get a save diamond and a switch, which opens up a door back out where you just killed the croc. Head back, swim to the other reachable platform on the other side, get the save diamond, and right where that door opened, one of these centaur statues will spring to life and start sending fireballs your way. Jump from side to side and blast it. As long as you keep firing continuously, it won't move its position, making it easier for you to hit it. After enough shots, it'll finally explode, and you can access the room you just unlocked. Head left, and Pierre will show up and actually talk some trash this time.
A little late for the prize given.
The strategy is no different from earlier encounters, but this time you'll finally finish him off for real. Loot his corpse for a gold key and another piece of the Skion. Now you have 2. Up here on these ledges you'll find some magnum clips and a large med kit near the lock, which you'll want to unlock with the gold key. The door down below opens. Drop down, head inside, you'll get a cutscene of Lara entering the tomb, and she identifies the writing on the wall, which reveals that the last piece of the Skion is in Egypt. The stage ends, and we're on to the next chapter, which starts off with a cutscene of Lara having some hallucination or a vision of some kind that's pretty creepy and cryptic, with someone restrained, and someone else throwing the Skion out into an undisclosed area, causing an explosion of some kind. Jesus, lay off the LSD. Head straight and you'll come to a drop right away. Head up into this gap up here and hit the switch, which opens up a door back in the drop where you can pull this block out until it's parallel to the one up here. Hop up and drag the other one onto it and across to the other side. Now pull the one on the ground back further to free up the space where it originally was, and you can collect some magnum clips and a small health pack. Now go back up to where you dragged the second block and use it as a boost to get up here and across to this ledge. Take out the lion from up here, climb up for a small health and some magnum clips, and when you get to the edge of this next drop, shoot down the mummy demon from up here. Slide down into the water and grab 2 sets of magnum clips, climb out, and use this box as a boost to get up here where you can jump onto this platform for some shells. Now go behind the head of the Sphinx, hit up the save point, and grab the gold key. Now head to the foot of the Sphinx, pull this block out, and head behind it where you can use the gold key on this lock, which opens up the door in front of you. Head through, climb up onto this platform to grab the small meds, and kill the panther from up here. Then climb onto this platform in the back, and shoot down the lion that charges at you in this corridor. Head down, kill this crocodile from up here, and hit up the save point. Then slip down here, and head over here to trigger the boulder and get out of the way. You don't need to access the area behind it, but getting it out of the way now prevents it from being a problem later on. Head down this narrow passage for a big med pack, head back out, and head into the corner here for another large med pack and some magnum clips. Then head into the water on the opposite side of the room, swim down the passage, pull the lever here which opens up the door in front of you. Head through, resurface, and quickly climb out so you can shoot down the croc that's swimming around from up here. Climb onto this platform, push the block across so you can get up here, and climb up so you can hit the switch which extends a ledge in a different room. Head back, continue pushing the block until it gets as far as it can, then climb to the other side to pull it back 1 space, then climb again to the other side so you can push it against the far edge of the platform. Hit up the save diamond, and then get on the block and launch yourself across to this platform. Push this block out of the way, and get ready for an immediate attack from the mummy demon from around the corner. After taking it out, hit the switch which opens up the door in the ceiling just outside. Go back and push this block a little further so you can launch yourself out onto the center platform where you can climb up through the ceiling door. Hit the switch which opens up another floor door elsewhere. Head this way, jump across to the platform here, head into this corner for a magnum clip, slip down here and slide down, and hop across for a small med kit. Then hop across to the platform here, grab the magnum clip, and get on this little protrusion and launch yourself to the platform here for an Uzi clip. Kill the croc from up here, slip down, and head over to the area where the floor door just opened up, slip down, grab the magnum clip in this nook, slip down again, and hit the switch in this corner which opens up another floor door in the floor above. Head out onto the ledge out here, grab a magnum clip in this nook, hit up the save diamond, and kill all these panthers from up here. Then slip down and head into this door for a large med kit, jump onto this platform, cross the bridge, and jump across to the platform on the other side. Pick up some shells. Go back to the area on the opposite side, and be ready for Mummy Demon. Try to lure it back out to the main room so you have some space to maneuver, and after taking it out, head down the hallway, and when you get into the open room, head over here where you can climb up into a hidden passage. Follow it down until you get in here, and hop up onto this platform for a gold key. Head out this way, hop across the platforms for some magnum clips on the floor, and a switch at the end of the hall that opens up a door in the open room you were just in. Head back out there, go inside said door, and use the gold key to unlock it, which takes you to the end of the stage. Now we're on to the Obelisk of Khamun. Head to the wall at the end and bang a left into this corridor. There'll be a door here on the left that's locked. We'll get back to it. For now, head right into this open room, and there'll be 4 movable blocks in the wall that'll block off areas you can access. After pulling the first block from the left side, hop into the water, swim through the passage, and when you surface, climb up onto the platform as quickly as you can to avoid the crocodile that's swimming with you, and shoot him from up here until he's dead. Hit up the save diamond over here, Slip back into the water and comb the area for a small med kit, magnum clips, and a sapphire key. Swim back, pull the block on the next one over, and enter. Slip down, kill the panther, and pull the switch, which opens up a door in the wall. Climb up here for a small med kit, and then up here so you can get into the gap that leads to some magnum clips. Just don't fall down into this gap in the floor, because it leads back to the block room, which you're going to want to take to get back once you've completed the room. The one to the right of that one just has a panther and a dead end. No need to go in there. In the final one, kill the panther that shows up and grab the small med pack. Now go back to the locked door I mentioned earlier and use the sapphire key to unlock it, which opens up the door near the ceiling back in the block room. Go back there and use one of the blocks you pulled to give yourself a boost into said door for a save diamond. Back to the other door you unlocked, grab the shells on the platform, hop into the water and grab the magnum clip, climb out and head into this gap. Before stepping into this room, shoot down the two panthers from up here, then head up the stairs where you can scale up these platforms and across the way to a large medical pack. Then climb up here so you can jump to the platform on the other side, climb up here, scale across these platforms to another save spot, and then leap over here. A mummy will be up this way. Retreat back to this platform as soon as you see him, and shoot when he wanders his way in your line of sight. Once he's finally dead, pull the switch and you'll drop a platform in some unknown area. Head up the stairs, drop into the space where you'll travel down a long slide into this room with a few gaps in the wall. Climb up into one of them and kill the panther from up here. In the first gap in this room, hit the switch, which turns the long slide you just rode down into stairs. Before you go back, check out the area back here for a magnum clip. Then head up the newly formed staircase, grab the shells in this parallel platform, and then jump into the gap where you'll hit up a save diamond right next to another slide that you can't get up. Head through this door now that you're in the previously unknown room where the platform drop thing happened. Head up here for a large med kit, and pull the switch over here to turn that most recent slide into stairs as well. Climb up said stairs to the top, and take a long jump to the right, grabbing onto the ledge and shimmying over. When you finally get across, drop down, head down here into this nook for a switch, which turns the nearby slide into stairs. Climb up those now. When you get up here, there's a mummy. Shoot it from down here by just continuously jumping, and after it explodes, climb up here and hit the switch, which drops another platform in the other room. Grab the small med kit and save diamond up here, hit this switch to open up the door, head around the bend and slip down here for some magnum clips and a small first aid kit. Climb back up, and keep in mind that this part is optional because it's dangerous and not necessary, but if you time your jump right, you can launch yourself across this pit onto the platform for a small med kit and some Uzi clips, and then again across this corner to the small space here for a couple more Uzi clips and a large med kit. If you mistime this, it's death. But then again, you did just save your place, so it's worth giving it a shot. Slip down here, head this way, climb back up to the top, grab a hold of the ledge and shimmy over, climb up to the next platform and you'll get a large med kit and a magnum clip. Then follow the perimeter to get some shells and go back, but drop down this first gap. Slip down a couple levels and off to the side to grab the ledge and shimmy all the way across. Drop down to shimmy across another ledge and take a leap across for a save diamond. Now turn into this nook for a switch that drops down another platform. Drop down from the save spot, and now you're back in the room where you wasted the mummy demons. Climb back up, head in here, and you're at the dropped platforms. Grab the scarab and then hop over to the nearby platforms to get the seal of Anubis and the Ankh. Then hop over to this ledge with the platform still up. It doesn't look accessible, but you can get there. It leads to a switch, which drops the platform down, allowing you access to the Eye of Horus, which opens up the door under the water. Jump in from up here, swim into the gap in the wall in the center, swim down the passage, straight up this path, and you'll get a magnum clip in this nook on the left. And then in the next one, there's a small med kit on the left and shells on the right. Continue swimming down the linear path, and you'll get a magnum clip in this semi-open area, and then up this gap for a small med kit and some shells. And you can surface from here. Retreat back, or come across this area to come up for air at any point while you're collecting these items, because it's a lot of ground to cover. When you're finished picking everything up, emerge from the water, and there's a mummy wandering around the perimeter of the small room. You can't shoot it from the water, so climb out in an area on the opposite side and fire away, using the walkable platforms or diving back into the water as a method of retreating. When you finish it off, hit up the save state, climb up here for some magnum clips, and then climb up here. You'll end up in an area where there's another mummy. You can stay up here and kill him safely. Once he's dead, head down this way for a big med kit, hop up these platforms, and you'll end up in this wide open area. And then over here there are 4 indentations, one on each side of the wall, where you'll place each of the artifacts you found earlier, which opens up the nearby door that ends the stage. Now it's on to the sanctuary of the Scion. Grab the magnum clips in the corners here at the beginning, head up the stairs, and be ready for 2 Atlantean demons. They're basically mummies but on steroids, and they shoot fireballs. Stay back and shoot them down. The distance will help to avoid the fireballs and when they blow up after you finish them off. Grab the magnum clips when you get to the top, climb up here, and you'll emerge in this open area. But you're way up top on the structure, so slide down and you'll encounter an Atlantean demon from up here. Once it's dead, slip down to the ground level, head around the bend, grab the magnum clip down the center of the Sphinx, and then head around to the opposite side. Scale your way up these rocks, and you'll get to one of these door trap things. Slip through when there's an opening, follow the path, and you'll get to a switch which opens up a door in a currently unknown area. Kill the bird demon that flies by, jump across the way here to a platform with a large med kit, pick it up, slide down, and you're back at the ground level. Hug the corner around the Sphinx, grab the magnum clip, and enter the door you just unlocked. Slide backwards down the slide so you can grab onto the ledge at the end, shimmy across, drop onto the platform, and pick up the magnum clip. Climb up here to get up these stairs, turn here into this pool area, hop in, and grab the gold key. Climb back out, continue up the path you were taking, slide down here, and launch off at the last second to get onto this platform. Use the gold key on this lock here to unlock the door behind you, but don't enter just yet. You've got a centaur demon in the room that runs around all over the place. Keep your distance, but get close enough so you can target it. If you get too close, he starts launching fireballs at you, and there's not enough room on the sides to effectively dodge, so keep yourself in that happy medium. When it explodes, head inside, grab the small med kit and the Ankh, and hit up the save diamond. Now backtrack your way back out into the main room with the Sphinx, head over to this rock with the flat side, and climb up. Scale your way up these rocks to get up here, grab the magnum clip up here, then back up a bit, scale up these platforms, grab the magnum clip back this way, and then across to a save diamond, and a switch at the end that opens up a door on the ground level. First, jump across at a kitty corner angle to get to this platform, and be ready for this bird demon that flies at you. You don't have much in the way of room, so blast it quickly, grab the shells, and take a long jump across to the next platform where you'll also find some shells. Hop over here and take a long jump out here into what seems like it's the open air, but it turns out there's an illusion platform where you'll finally find the Uzi along with a clip for it. There'll be a couple more of these birds out here. Shoot them as they pass by. Head back to the rock along the perimeter wall you jumped from to get over here, and continue down the path of the perimeter into this gap. Stay along the wall, get the save spot, head through this door, and on the right side of this wall, push the block out to the other side and climb up on it and get onto the platform up here. Another one of these centaur demons awaits behind the door. Stay back and blast him when he's in sight, and use the drop on the side as a means of retreating if he starts firing at you. Once you take him out, grab the small medkit and the Ankh. Head back out through the indoor, slide down, grab the large medkit, but before you get to the ground level, take out the Atlantean demon from up here. Once you finish it off, slip down and use this protrusion to launch yourself so you can climb up here. Or you can use the Ankhs on the block up here. Just be careful slipping down here to use the second one, and there's a safe spot over here too. Using these items opens up the door down below. Slip your way down to the ground level and go inside. You'll take a long drop into the water, swim down to the Sphinx on the left side for some shells, Uzi clips closer to the center, and to the right down below. Head into this gap and pull the lever which opens up the wall in front of you, sending you through. Get to the surface as soon as you can. Also, if you have any trouble locating these items all in one shot, don't worry about it, just head to the surface for some air. Just keep in mind it's a decent amount of distance, so give yourself a little time. When you surface, climb up here on the platform, scale across these platforms, follow the path to the door, and be ready to kill this bird demon when you go out the door. After killing it, save the game at this diamond, slip down, jump across the way, and grab the large med kit that's basically hidden over here for some reason. Slip down here to slide down to the ground, hit the switch, which opens up a door under the water, hop in and swim down to the gap in the Sphinx on the left side to go through the door you just opened. Head to the surface and climb out, head up the winding upward hallway, grab the 2 magnum clips along the way, and hit up the save diamond. Then you'll reach a gate, and when you pick up the scarab, the gate will open and an Atlantean demon will lurk behind it. Keep some distance and shoot the bastard when it gets in your range, and when it chases you down the hall, continuously back up and shoot until it's dead. Head through, and there'll be a centaur demon hanging out on the stairs. Jump from side to side while spamming your gunshots at it until you wipe it out, and use the scarab on the lock to open up the cage. Climb up here, and Larson starts talking shit and tries to kill you. Use the pillars to get the drop on him and reposition yourself to use it as a shield, and blast the guy to hell. Once he's dead, head up the stairs, grab the ski-on piece, and the stage is over. You'll get a cutscene where Lara emerges outside and is captured by Natla's henchmen, who take all her shit, including her weapons and the ski-on. As they're about to finish her off, she escapes and dives out into the water. Bad guys drive off, but Lara hops on her bike, catches up to them, and launches herself into the water towards their boat, sacrificing her bike in the process. She sneaks onto the boat to catch some Z's until they arrive onto the island where Atlantis is located, and she swims over to it. You'll start off in Natla's mines underwater, and the first thing you'll notice when you check your inventory is that you don't have any of your weapons. They've been confiscated, so you're going to need to recover them. First, swim underneath this little waterfall and climb up. It'll lead to a switch that opens up a door somewhere. Go back, swim to the platform next to the dilapidated boat, and pull this crate out of the way to go through the door you just unlocked, which leads to a switch that opens up another door. Go back under the waterfall and past where the switch was, go through the door you just opened, jump across the way to this platform, and follow the linear path past this building on the side. Grab the large health pack on the way until you get to this area with some small buildings. Pull this crate out so you can reach the roof of this building across the way, and let the collapsible floor collapse underneath you. Head down the corridor, head into this nook and pull the switch, which unties the boat from the thing. Continue down the corridor, slide down the slope so you can grab onto the ledge on the way down, and slip back into the area you were just at with the small building. Go through this door, let the boulder pass across from the side before advancing, and then sprint your way across so the boulder behind you doesn't run you over. Grab the fuse, hit up the save diamond, and when you get out here, slowly make your way up here to trigger the boulders that come rolling down in retreat. Continue down the path, climb onto this rock, and follow the path until you drop down this gap and you're back out into the small building area. Now backtrack your way to where the boat is, climb onto it, and jump across to this platform, and now you're in an area surrounded by Natla crates. Grab the magnum clips, then go to this crate with the crack in it, pull it out and push it aside so you can access this area, and pull out this cracked crate behind it so you can go back here and hit the switch, which pushes out a little cart that's blocking your way back in that first room you went into behind the boat. Go through there, push the crate to get through, climb up onto it, and use it as a boost to get up here. Grab the Uzi clips and hit the switch, which opens up a door elsewhere. Drop back down, continue through the path underneath where you just climbed up, and ease your way into this room. You don't want to advance too far because it will trigger a mini boss battle and you don't have any weapons yet. So walk to the fuse, grab it, and backtrack your way to the area with the small buildings. Head through the tunnel this way, and you'll notice a fuse on a conveyor belt that you can't get to. Enter the nearby door that you just unlocked, grab the Uzi clips, hit the nearby switch, and it starts the conveyor belt that drops the fuse onto the ground where you can pick it up. Go back to the large building room, grab the magnum clips, hit up the save diamond, and there are 3 fuse slots in here. Put a fuse in each of them, which will drop this structure down to the ground. Grab the large health pack from it, along with your pistols, and now you can defend yourself. Hop onto the structure, jump to this gap, and head down. There's a spot here on the right you can jump and climb up. Head through the door, jump across to this gap, grab the large health pack and Uzi clips, and hit the switch, which opens up a trapdoor elsewhere. Go back to where you just climbed up from, continue down the path, and drop down at the edge to get to a save diamond, and you're out in the beginning of the stage by the boat. Now go back to where you grabbed that first fuse and avoided the mini boss battle. Now that you're armed, it's time to fight. One of Natla's henchmen, this cowboy dickhead, comes out firing your magnums at you. He just wanders around and fires repeatedly. Keep your distance so his bullets can't reach you, and pump his guts full of lead. When you finish him off, grab your magnums off of him, and now you've got some heavy firepower again. Walk over to this block that's a little discolored and slip down, grabbing onto the ledge for a save diamond, and then another drop down from here. Grab the small med kit, and then grab onto the edge over here and shimmy across. Drop down when you get to the end, and grab onto the next ledge and shimmy across here too until you get over this walkable rock. Then leap across the burning pit below for another ledge you can grab on and slide across until you get onto land. Follow the linear path, jump across the fiery pit to the small platforms, then turn to do a jump to this gap, push this crate in to get access back here, and pull it to the side to get in here. Climb up this wall, head through, drop down and pick up the Uzi clips, large med kit, and a shotgun. Then jump back out to the smaller platforms and go back to jumping across the platforms. Slide down the slope, jump up here, and now you've got all these crates of TNT around. Pull out the one that's all scuffed up, and then pull it to the side so you can drag it through this opening. Use it as a boost to get up here and save your game. Head up this way, climb up, jump to this side platform, and step up to lure the boulder to come rolling by, and then advance. When you get to the end of the road, grab the magnum clip and hit the switch, which blows up all that TNT back there. So go back and go through the newly blown out gap in the wall, and when you get out into this open area, this absolute douche nozzle on a skateboard comes rolling in and bastardizing iconic De Niro quotes.
You firing at me? You firing at me, huh? Ain't nobody else, so you must be firing at me.
He'll fire at you with your Uzis while on the move, so try to get behind him and just blast continuously with the shotgun until he kicks the bucket. Fuck that guy. Pick up your Uzis, head to the side over here for an Uzi clip, another one over on the other side, and one more over in the corner. Then drop into the water and through the door where you'll find an Uzi clip and a small and large med kit. Swim out the door and climb out and slip down here to get back out into the skate park or whatever the hell this is. Go through the door here, save the game at the blue diamond, and then you'll get to this slope where some rolling boulders will come out. Get out of the way when they arrive. They'll come out in the center first, then the right, then the left, and then from the side door at the very end of the slope. Go through said door and climb up onto this rock. Scale across the platforms and climb up the wall to get into this room. Push the discolored block into the next room to give you access. Climb up to the next floor. Push this other discolored rock in to get access behind it, then drop down a level, pull this other discolored block out, then go back up where you came from and drop back to the other side where you can now push this discolored block into where you pulled the last block out from. Enter for a save diamond and a switch which opens up a door on the floor above. So climb back up, head this way, and you'll go down some stairs to a discolored block at the end. Push it through, enter the nook here for a switch which opens up a door back upstairs. Go back up said stairs, head through this way, drop down, and now you've got another asshole that has your weapons. This time it's this bald prick with your shotgun. Get away from him, stay back as far as you can, and unload with the Uzi. After finishing him off, take your original shotgun back. You'll get a replenishment of shells if you acquired the secret shotgun earlier. Climb up onto this building and scale up the roof to these gaps until you get to the far end and slide down to where you can access the door, which leads to a switch, which opens up a door back where you first entered the room. Go back to there, grab the large med kit, Uzi clip, and the pyramid key, which lets you open up the door back where you climbed up, and it ends the stage. You'll get a cutscene where Natla puts the ski on the mantle. It activates and shit looks like it's gonna hit the fan before the scene ends abruptly while focused on the massive egg-looking thing. Grab the Uzi clips right away, and when you cross over into this room, the giant egg-looking things on the side will burst open when you get near them, confirming that they really are eggs. There are Atlantean demons inside. Whenever one of them springs to life, back up, shoot it down, and don't go anywhere in the direction of one of the other eggs. You don't want to get more than one of these Kreens at a time. There's more Uzi clips at the far end. Grab them and head this way to go up some stairs to the floor above. When you get up here, a couple of bird demons each spring from one of the eggs. Dispose of them as quick as you can, and don't let yourself fall down. It won't kill you, but it'll leave you in a more vulnerable situation. Once you're free of all the bullshit from down there, grab the small health pack in the corner, hit the switch in the corner on the other side, and it'll open the door in the corner across from it, which leads to another switch, which opens a door over here. Hit the switch, and the door back down on the ground level will open. Enter it, and you'll be in this wide open room with a fiery pit below. Kill the bird demon that flies overhead, slip down here for Magnum and Uzi clips, and a large health pack. Continue down the linear path, climb up here, and when you get to this platform, jump across to cling to the ledge, and slip down here to go through this gap which leads to a switch, which opens up this unknown door. Go up this way for an Uzi clip, and then jump from this platform up here to where that newly unlocked door is. Just be ready for a bird demon that shows up out of the blue. Head down the new path, hit up the save diamond, and you'll come to this room. Scale across the platform to these gaps, quickly moving to avoid the rolling boulder, and sliding down to the next gap that leads to another string of gaps with a rolling boulder looking to flatten you. Jump this way for a few more gaps that lead to a hidden spot you can use to get an Uzi and Magnum clip, as well as a large med kit. Slide down to where the water is in the middle of this area, pull the switch against the wall, and swim onto this ledge to get back up, and use those same gaps in the hilly area to get to the door at the end, which is unlocked. Climb down, and then back up to go this way for a switch that opens a door behind you. Go through it, launch yourself across the water, and pick up a large med kit, Then launch yourself across to the next rock and head in this way for some Uzi clips and a switch that opens up the floodgates to the lava in the room back here where you came from. It also changes the position of the platforms in the process, so leap across to get on here, go through this other gap, hit up the save diamond, follow the linear path, drop into the water, grab the shells at the bottom, and pull the lever which opens up the door in front of you. Go in, resurface, and watch out for the death clamp thingy as you emerge back out into the open fire pit room. Grab the Uzi clips on the floor, take a long leap to the platform on the other side for some more Uzi clips, and kill the bird demons that pop out. Head this way, drop into the water, grab the small med kit, climb out, and hit the switch which opens up one of the 3 doors nearby. Head to the switch in the corner on the opposite side, which opens up another of the 3 doors, and then the switch right next to the one that opens up the 3rd and final door, and hit the other 2 switches in the room too to open up the door in the center of the wall here, which leads to the 3 doors in the water you just unlocked. While in this room, these 4 eggs will hatch as you draw near. There are 2 bird demons and 2 Atlantean demons. Take them out, preferably one at a time, hit up the save diamond, and head into the water through the doors you unlocked, picking up some Uzi clips along the way. Swim through, follow the linear path, head into this nook for a switch that lets you in here where you'll grab some Uzi clips, and notice that the boulder in front of you rolls across the back wall, blocking your way in. Pull out this block in the corner and push it up against the wall. Go back around through this door to magically make the boulder roll back from the top of the room, but now it's blocked by the block. Head through this door and you're back out here in the fire pit room. Another fucking bird demon appears. Kill the bastard and jump across the way to this platform and hit up the save spot. You'll come out into the open room with a slope leading to the center. Don't go down just yet as you have 2 bird demons and eggs that hatch out while you're in here. Watch your footing here on these ledges. They're not too wide, but there's a decent amount of room to maneuver, so take them out before sliding down and leaping across, and get the large med pack, shells, and Uzi clips before continuing on. You're in another area with tight walking space with fiery pits below. Walk along as the bird demons hatch from the eggs, grab the Uzi clips, and hop across these platforms to get into this path on the side that leads to some Uzi clips. Come back, jump back onto the rock, and blast these Atlantean demons from a distance here. Jump across to the opposite side, grab the Uzi clips, and hit the switch, which opens up the door on the opposite side. Pull this block out of the way to get to it, and watch out for the clampy thing as you emerge. Leap from here to the other side where the Atlanteans were, and you'll reach a small med pack and an Uzi clip. Another platform jump across the fire pit, another bird demon to take down, blah 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 blah. Go through, grab the save diamond, hop over here, which leads to a switch back here that raises the platforms, allowing you to traverse across to the gap on the other side, where another switch awaits. This rearranges the platforms and lets you scale up this way to the gap up top. 3 of these fucking Atlantean demons are in the next room. Fire like a goddamn madman, and dodge their projectiles if need be. Head into this gap that's tucked away in the corner here for an Uzi clip, some shells, and a large health kit. Head back, continue down the main path, and after opening this door, jump and climb up here to get to the next floor in the fire pit room. Jump across and grab the Uzi clips, and holy shit, did we really not fight another bird demon? There's an Atlantean demon in the next hallway. Stay back so you can kill it from a distance. Grab the Uzi clip on the floor, and in here you've got a clampy thing along with darts that fire from across the wall. Slip past them from the side and climb up, but get back down quickly because you'll trigger a boulder that rolls by first. After it passes, head through, save the game, and push this block in to free you along the back perimeter. Pull the switch and you'll drop down a trapdoor and slide down a slope. Jump as you approach the edge to get over the spikes. Climb up here, hit the switch which unlocks a door, drop down, and you're back over here where the trapdoor switch was. And the door you unlocked is right through here. Grab the Uzi clips in the corners, and a fucking massive centaur will pop out of the nearby egg. give yourself some distance, kill the son of a bitch. Just try not to drift too far back to the door you came in, because you might encourage this bird demon to burst through its egg, or an Atlantean demon that'll pop out if you jump up high enough while evading. After clearing the room, hit the switch in the corner that opens up the door in the middle. Grab the save diamond, and then you'll get an Atlantean in the next room, along with what appears to be someone in the background firing at you. Kill the Atlantean demon, but don't fire at the person. It turns out to be an illusion of sorts, because they mirror all your movements, including firing bullets that can hit you. So simply ignore it, climb up here, scale the platforms, hit the switch, head across this way, and you'll see the doppelganger drop down across the way. Drop down, and you're back where you were. Climb back to where the switch was, and this door back here is open now. Climb up, grab the Uzi clip, and you'll run into another centaur demon around the corner. Back up, kill it, grab the Uzi clip, and around the bend there'll be an Atlantean demon. Back up a bit so you have room, kill it, and then you've got to head around the perimeter here for a switch, and then another switch on the opposite side which pulls up the drawbridge and opens up the door. But you have a limited amount of time to accomplish this, so if you're not fast enough, the door closes and the bridge goes back up, and you simply have to try again. I like to jump over the pit to cut the corners as I make my way around, and on the first pass, grab the Uzi clips because it'll slow down your progress. Might as well get these first. Enter the door where Lara spins the wheel, and you'll get a cutscene where she has a vision of a flashback to where Natla was a powerful being that controlled one of the 3 pieces of the Scion, but because of her betrayal of the other powers that be, they froze her in limbo, which lasted for centuries. Back in the present, she confronts Lara and goes on a rant about how the beast she's gonna unleash will strengthen the natural order of the world, including one in this massive egg that's about to hatch. As Lara whips out her gun to destroy the Scion and stop the birth of this thing, Natla tackles her off the edge, but Lara grabs onto the ledge and climbs up as Natla drops into the abyss. In the final stage, the Great Pyramid, you get thrown straight into the shit right away with the massive monster that just hatched. It'll crawl around and take swipes at you. Keep your distance and run around the perimeter of the room firing Uzi blasts. But be careful with your footing, because you could wind up falling off the edge. It takes a lot of firepower to bring this thing down, but there are Uzi clips at the corners of the room to help replenish if you came into this stage low on ammo. After finishing it off and picking up all the ammo, go through this door, continue straight until you get to the bottom of the slope, and push this block in until you reveal the passageway on the right. Then push this next block through and climb out onto it where you'll find a save diamond. Up ahead there's a metal death trap door, but there's also a collapsible floor in front of it that leads to your death. So don't stand on that, you'll have to time the opening from a distance a little. Then bang a right and follow the path down to the block that you'll want to push forward. Then go back and continue down the path where you took the turn, and you'll come across the block you just pushed out. Now push it sideways from the opposite side you came in 2 spaces and head through the door it reveals. Bang a right at the turn, and you'll end up on top of the block you just pushed where you can hit the switch, which opens up the door behind you. Jump across the slope into the gaps where you can land safely, and then turn back to the bridge that dropped while you were over here for some reason. Grab the large med pack, shells, and magnum clips before heading back to the gaps you were originally heading towards, and turn here into this gap in the wall. A boulder will come rolling down this hill. Walk up a bit to trigger it, then turn back so you can hide from it. Go up the hill, turn here for another boulder where you'll want to do the same thing, and when you get to the top, blast the Scion that opens up the door on the side. Go through, save the game, and then there'll be a pair of Atlantean demons on the other side of the bridge. Walk out to trigger one, and back up a bit, or at least stay put as you unload so you don't trigger both of them at once. And then take down the other one, which comes out from the other side. When you get done with them, drop down here, and against the wall back here is a drop. Hop over the fire pit to the ledge where you'll need to shimmy across while hellfire, brimstone, and arrow darts come at you. Unless you're lucky as fuck, you're going to take a few hits, but it might not take much health off. Just replenish as needed and drop off at the rock. Enter the door here, pick up the Uzi clips, head down the slope, but be ready to get away from the boulder that'll come rolling from behind. Keep your ears open. Jump onto the safe zone when the pendulum swings out of the way. Walk carefully across the spikes, weaving between the fireball chunks that pop out if you can, and make an immediate double jump here because the rock you land on first collapses underneath you. Then grab onto the not so obvious ledge here, shimmy across, and drop down for 2 large health kits and an Uzi clip. Then drop down here and jump from slope to slope, save the game, and head in here. This part is tricky. You've got a rolling boulder in front of you, but the spot you need to be in to trigger it is collapsible and it leads to bad things. So you have to run out to the furthest panel and then quickly back your way out of this so you get back to land and set a trap for the boulder, and then you have to launch yourself to the rock to climb up onto the path. Slip by the pendulum when the opening presents itself, and on the way down here, another boulder will roll down, so get out of its way and go back to grab the small health. Then you've got a slope you have to slide down while avoiding the pendulum at the same time, so you have to time it right and jump when you get to the bottom. Then stay on the move so this little bit of lava that creeps in from the sides doesn't make contact with you. Grab the small health and pull the switch at the end to open the door. Head right to grab the Uzi clips, and then head in the opposite direction. Stay on the move so the boulder passes over you, and quickly leap to grab onto the ledge to let the next one pass over you too, and climb up. Then you've got these fire platforms. Take a long running leap to get over these flames and grab onto the next platform. If you fall, you'll have to swim back and try again. After getting by here, you can just slide down this slope and avoid risking the pendulum and drop down into the water below, or you can leap off and grab onto this platform, which is collapsible by the way, so when you lift yourself up, which will need to be well timed thanks to the pendulum, you'll have to jump ASAP to get to the next platform, which will have a large health and some Uzi clips. From here, you can leap off into the water pit I just mentioned, grab the Uzi clip at the bottom, swim through this gap, surface, save your game, and grab all the Uzi clips hanging around here. When you get into this open room, what is seemingly a bird demon will fly overhead, run around to avoid its fireballs, and spam attack with the Uzi until it drops. When you inspect it, it turns out it was Natla in a winged form, and now she starts firing at you. Keep your distance, jump from side to side to avoid her attacks, and redirect yourself if necessary if she comes after you, and fire at her in the process. If you need some ammo during this, at the back end of the room is an opening that leads to a bunch of Uzi clips. Stock up or use it as a place to retreat and regroup. After finishing her off, climb up here to get through this gap, scale these platforms to the opening here, and climb up so you get to another set of platforms to jump across. Take your time. The rumbling rocks make it sound like the place is going to collapse on top of you at any moment, but it won't. When you get here, climb up into this opening, drop down onto this platform, and jump across the way to here, and climb up here where you'll slide down this long slope and out of the stage, escaping the pyramid and finishing the game. You'll get a cutscene of Lara running from the pyramid as it explodes. She swims to her boat and takes off. That's it for Tomb Raider, but it was only the beginning for the franchise, as Tomb Raider 2 would be the first follow-up released the following year, but we'll get to that another time. And that wraps up this edition of Aqualung's Game Reviews. See you next time.